What's up, YouTube? It's me, Kikochio. I'm back again here for a video. Guys, I don't have nothing to do right now. I have nothing to do, really. So I'm just do this. This is what you call having a productive life. You know, you'll be doing stuff. You'll be always be doing stuff. I'm always be doing things. Today's video is gonna be play simple. You know, my top 10 favorite video games. And it's not really top 10 favorite video game, since I'm gonna take the video game series as a whole, right? So my 10 video game series, but the title is still gonna say my favorite video game, because yeah, who gives a shit? And we do this because, you know, now with like the new consoles launching and stuff, I could maybe give you a tip, you know. Now seriously, maybe you're gonna like some stuff on my list, and I know this top of my head, I know my games, because else they would not be my favorite games, right? Well, we do further ado, let's start. So, number 10, guys, we gonna take the Crash Bandicoot series, specifically Crash Team Racing. You guys know Crash Team Racing Natural Fueled. I did some videos. I already did some videos. I actually have a Crash Team Racing Natural Fueled video rendering right now. But I don't know, you know, it's rendering, and I don't know when I charge my laptop. So who knows? Who knows? We never know. We never know. We never know if I can give you this video today, even today by midnight. If not, it's gonna come later, guys, because you know I'm not a quitter. But we're not really talking about this. Yeah, I like the other Crash Bandicoot games and the other Naughty Dog games. Like, who doesn't know the other Naughty Dog games? Like, you have Ratchet and Clank. You know, I liked that Ratchet and Clank 2 and Ratchet and Clank 3. Really awesome. The fact that Ratchet and Clank 3 had the multiplayer. The multiplayer game was so fun. And back then, guys, you could already play online. Many had crappy internet, so they didn't really care. But overall, Ratchet and Clank was great. Jak and Daxter was also great, but I haven't played a lot. At least Ratchet and Clank, I beaten the games, right? And yeah, and Ratchet and Clank back then, at least they had good humor. The jokes were awesome, guys. How is this guy called? Captain Quark and stuff. Damn, this guy was hilarious. All of them. Ratchet was cool. Clank was cool. Hey, this game was just awesome. One of Naughty Dog's best games. And of course, who knows Crash Bandicoot? Who doesn't know? My favorite Crash Bandicoot would be Crash Bandicoot Warped. I just like it like that. I don't care. There's some who like the second one more. I never beaten Crash Bandicoot 2. I only beaten the first one and Warped. The first one I'm not even sure, but it should be because it has passwords. Right? This games. Who doesn't know these games? And Crash Bash, you know, the mini games. You play these mini games. It's just awesome. But my favorite from all of them is gonna be Crash Team Racing, and it's just because I like this type of racing game. I like the drift. Don't get me wrong. I know many of y'all be like, oh yeah, the drifting is so fun. It's better than Mario Kart. I wouldn't say that, but the drifting is really fun if you really. And it's a thing. You can only play Crash Team Racing. You can only enjoy it if you know how to drift. It's not that hard, but you need to practice this. You know, that's the thing. That's the thing with Crash Team Racing. If you know how to drift, you can do all the shortcuts. The game becomes more fun. The tracks are fun, and with the Nitro Fueled, they added some more tracks. So, and they have DLC, tons of stuff. Okay, so this game is really great. It deserves a spot on my top 10. You know, I can always play this game a little bit, but you know, it's only 10th spot because at the end of the day, it's just a racing game. But then you also have these Crash Bandicoot platformer. But I don't want to be stuck on number 10 that long. Let's move over to number 9, which this can really only be one video game, but even though there are more. Number 9 is gonna be for Hatsune Miku. Great rhythm game. Okay, I play a lot of rhythm games. The lots that are there, You know, some are just insanely hard. But no, you know, it depends. It depends. But Hatsune Miku's gotta be the most funnest rhythm game, because the rhythm game is a rhythm game, but Hatsune Miku really has some great songs in there. You know, and it's a video game, and you play it, and it has very good rating overall. You know, it's not a perfect game, but it does what it needs to do, guys. And I cannot say much about Hatsune Miku. I mean, you have the PS4. I have the PS4. I'm talking about the PS4 version. It's called Project Diva. You can check it out if you want. Some would consider this game a little bit too expensive because it has a lot of DLC, right? And you purchase this game, it only has 2 songs, maybe, I don't even know, but you have to purchase all the DLC, and it's expensive. That's why many don't have it. That's why many don't play it. Many hate it, but it's just because they don't have it. It's okay. I'm not calling you broke. You don't want to buy all the DLC. You know, some do it. I'm not talking about me. But yeah, I played this game. I did every song. You know, I found some favorite songs. I'm a decent player. I'm pretty good. I'm not gonna do the you know, the songs that are very, very, very difficult, because I don't want to. I don't want to practice my life away. It's top 9. This is top 9, guys. So yeah, we may not, but you know, I'm gonna pass. But it's great. What else? You have Miku's also on the PS Vita, right? Which is very great, very, very cool. That's very cool, guys. Yeah, it's also on the PS3, but the PS4 version is 10 times better than these other ports. I'm not gonna say that these ports aren't good. I mean, for the PS Vita, the Go is good, but the PS3 could have been a little bit better. You know, yeah. Yeah, guys, it's similar to Guitar Hero. And Guitar Hero is also a very fun game, but Hatsune Miku just has more. You know, in Guitar Hero, you only get to use 5, I think, five commands. Miku kind of 2, you know, but they have a little bit more. Or isn't it the same? Or doesn't have to make it? Doesn't matter. I prefer Miku, but yeah, guys. Yeah, my favorite word. Who are my favorite songs? You can just check out my videos, but I would say Sayate, right? It's one of my favorite songs. Who doesn't know Rinchan now? Rinchan now, you know. And then they have this 9 cat. But I'm really gonna move on. Number 8, guys, and then number 8. I kind of have a blackout. I don't know. So hold on. Wait a minute. Oh my god, I feel so stupid, guys. I feel so stupid. I forgot top 8, but I know again. Top 8, I think I'll give it to Pokemon. Yeah, some would say it's unfair. Where would you rank this game? Over Crash Team Racing and Miku? I mean, Crash Team, it's just a racing game, and Miku is just a rhythm game. You know, yeah. They made sure they have a lot of tracks, racing tracks, and tracks. They just made sure they have a lot of tracks. No pun intended. But I think, yeah, top 8 should be Pokemon and the Pokemon series, because you have so many games, guys. You have so many games. I cannot just take one. But if I would give you a good one to play, there's actually 2 games. The best one would be the first one, right? It doesn't matter if it's the remake. You can play the first one, you know, where you're in Kanto, or you play the Gen 5 for the DS, black and white. But that's what I'm saying, guys. All of them are kind of great, and it's top 8. It's not my all-time favorite, but I grew up with it, and I just like RPG. I'm just a sucker for RPG. That's why I ranked it so high, guys. I rank it high, and you guys know there's gonna come out a new video game. I don't expect much. You know, these Game Freak creators been drifting off. They don't do games the way they used to, so I don't care. I might still gonna play it, but I don't pay for it, and that's the problem. You guys gonna buy every next Pokemon game, even if they're shit, and you guys still buy it. You know, and that's why Game Freak always gonna make bullshit, because they know it sells. They don't care. They don't care, guys. They don't care. But that's why. You know, I like it very much. I like playing this. I like, you know, I like the traditional style where you get the eight gym badges and stuff into the league. But in my opinion, it's a little bit too easy. All right, especially if you're an experienced player. If you know the move sets, you know what I mean. Then you're never gonna lose. You have no fun. What else? But they have some fun stuff. When you're done with the game, you can do the battle frontier, battle tower, battle tree. I know they removed it in some games, but in the games where it's there, you can do it. You can build up a streak. Everything's simple, but if you really like it, then it's the game for you. But that's why I rank it so low, since it's very easy. But they do have spin-off games as well, and the soundtrack is great. There, Mystery Dungeon, Pokemon Ranger, you name it. Then they also have these GameCube titles. It's called XD, Colosseum. Man, I used to play them. I'm like, since some of you are like very hyped, very hyped for this. And honestly, guys, I already want to move on. I'm sorry. I know there's so much you can say. Yeah, say more. Who's that Pokemon? Who's your favorite Pokemon, man? I really don't care. I don't care. I have a lot of favorites, guys. Like don't go too far. I would just say Pikachu. Pikachu is cool, right? Then you have some of the starters, not all the starters. But Pikachu is the starter. Yeah, some of the starters. The Cubone is cool. Cubone is not a starter, but in Mystery Dungeon you can play as Cubone. Yeah, and yeah, I'm not gonna say Typhlosion because I'm gonna go. You can't say this anymore. I don't care. He always been one of my top favorites. You guys know. And Gold and Silver, by the way, were my first games I ever played, and then I struggled picking between Totodile and Cyndaquil. Who doesn't know that? Who picks Chikorita? Who does that? Nobody. All right, guys. But yeah, honestly, let's move on, guys. Let's move on. It will just be better. Okay, it's only top 8, guys. Let's go to top 7. We're making this video way too long, guys. Number 7 spot goes to, and this time I don't need to take a break, goes to One Piece. Of course, One Piece, specifically One Piece Odyssey. And I say this because One Piece doesn't have a lot of video games. They don't. So I had to pick One Piece Odyssey. That is my favorite One Piece game. I played other One Piece games, but this specific one, I would say, is the best One Piece game. It's an RPG, but this one, again, just like Pokemon, it is too easy. You never gonna lose in this game. You never gonna lose. It's because but in this game, at least it makes sense. Pokemon, they could have done stuff, before we stop talking about Pokemon. They could have done stuff to make the game make the game harder, more engaging. But One Piece, I mean, you play as Luffy, and everyone who follows the anime knows that Luffy is just somebody who's broken. He's not meant to lose fights. These guys are like, I don't want to watch One Piece. Luffy's never losing. He's never taking an L. It's no fun. You don't get the plot, bro. Luffy's not meant to die, and lose. And they show this in this video game. Luffy's just so broken. One Piece Odyssey, the flaw that I noticed. Endgame, when you done, and you just have to do like these cube challenges, you get 2 accessory items. Who, in my opinion, just makes you too strong, And yeah, some would be like, yeah, but you can sell them. But I'm not going to sell them if they're going to give it to me, right? And in this game, you make a lot of money. But I get it. They knew it's One Piece and it's going to sell. And that's why they did it. But nonetheless, I enjoyed this game, But I'm just going to give it a top. It's just going to be at 7th spot because of all these flaws, okay? Other than this, guys, you could check maybe Romance Dawn. There's also One Piece RPG for the PSP. Then they have several Wii titles, but those they also ported on the 3DS. But other than this, guys, I haven't really checked. But there should be more One Piece games. You could find something. But that's, for me, that's my favorite. Pirate Warriors. I mean, I would play Pirate Warriors, but it's really not my favorite. So let's move on. We're not going to talk much more about this. Number six. Number six should be Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Should be number six. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just a great game you can just enjoy and just play. I mean, it's a card game, but you know, we're talking about the port on the console. Like I said, guys, and before I forget, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just a game you just play. It's a card game, but they made the simulation of it, and you can just play card games. Since I have cards, I have Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, but I have no friends who play Yu-Gi-Oh! With, because not everyone has Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. Okay, so I just choose to buy it like, you know, and I play it in a console. It's a fun game. I just love the fuck out of Yu-Gi-Oh! I would say my favorite is the Tag Force series, but the Game Boy Advance Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, awesome. They are also great, and they have many. They have the ones where the rules are more traditional, Eternal Duels, Duelist Soul, the Stairway. Then they have these DS game, Madman Troubadour, so on, so on, so on. These games are great, but I would go with the PSP, Tag Force, all of them, all seven, I mean, in Tag Force Tag Force Special, you have way more cards, but in Tag Force 1, it's just fun to play, right? You start with a shitty ass water deck, and then you win, you get dual points, and you buy packs, and you make your deck better. It's simple, but it is fun. It's surprisingly very addictive for a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game, and that's why I rank it so high. I mean, it's simple, but for what it is, for how simple it is, for the variety of cards you get in decks you can do, very, very good, guys. Very good. Especially if you like more retro gaming, I would tell you guys to check it out. You may or may not like it. And this was top 6, right? Okay, let's move on. Top 5. What do you guys think? The top 5 favorite game should be none other than Tekken. Because else, nothing in this world would make sense. Tekken should be ranked that high. Okay? It's not because I'm a skilled player. It's just a fun game overall. It's a simple fighting game. I mean, there's simpler fighting games, such as Street Fighter. Street Fighter is even simpler. I think Mortal Kombat, all these Capcom games with Marvel superheroes are very, very easy. Very easy. Tekken is a little bit more complex, but I like that. It's fun. You guys know Tekken 3. It's the most popular Tekken game ever. I have a special Tekken Tag Tournament, though. The first Tekken Tag Tournament has a special place in my heart. Yeah. Then I would say Tekken 3 comes close second. But I also like Tekken 2. I pretty much like all of them. I like all of them. I haven't played all of them, but the ones I played, I liked it. Even Tekken Tag Tournament 2, but now I'm like, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 didn't age well. Maybe I'm just talking garbage. But there you go, guys. And those who know me, my mains, Heihachi, I also play like with Xiaoyu, Paul, with everyone a little bit, but there's just so much dislike, or let's just say I don't play as good as, them, and yeah, I like how Tekken changed over time, when they added Tekken 5, also ported it on the PSP, you could do the Tekken Dojo. This is one of the best things they ever did, right? And the rankings is fun. It gives you like RPG type vibes, even though your stats don't change, but you do get better as you move on with the game, and the story is cool. Some would call this Crane, his dad beating up his dad. This beach couldn't get fist collides and the baby's punching fist. But they did it all. They did the tag team version. They did the one-on-one version. You guys, Tekken, you guys know what you need to do. You need to make one Tekken where you can just choose. It can be mainline. You choose if it's tag or not. There should just be something you implement without actually making it a thing, because it flopped. Obviously, it flopped. I know it's like more fan service like, but yeah. Tekken, one of my first video games ever. Tekken 3. It's one of the first childhood memories I have playing this, and you guys know the hype about all this, but I'm already gonna move on. That's all right. Top 4. Number 4 was Dragon Ball? Really? Yeah, guys, maybe I have some like some twisted like spots, but not too heavy. But now that we're here, I'll just give it to Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball just got promoted. Dragon Ball should be a top 4. Top 4 favorite video game. Dragon Ball is great. Dragon Ball has more games. It's like kind of like a Pokemon, right? They have like a lot of games, right? They have games they're on the Game Boy Advance. They're on the Game Boy Color, even though I don't play Game Boy, but they're on the Game Boy Advance. They're on the PSP. They're on the PS2 heavily. I like the retro one, the Legacy of Goku one. This one is mighty fun. Then I like the Budokais. I like Kakarot, and I played Xenoverse. I also played some I disliked, which was Ultimate Tenkaichi. I didn't like it. My friend brought it, and then we played the Ultimate Tenkaichi, and I didn't like it, and he liked it because that was like the one game he was good at, so it makes sense. But this was garbage. Even Raging Blast in my eyes was garbage, right? But it is actually decent. It is decent though, especially if you compare it with the Ultimate Tenkaichi. And Budokai is fun. But my favorite Dragon Ball game should be Tenkaichi. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if Tenkaichi 2 or 3 or 4. It doesn't matter. This is my favorite Dragon Ball DBZ game. It's just fun. I like the 3D. Some don't like it, but I like the 3D. It makes it more realistic. The fight's pretty realistic. The combos you can do, it's not too complicated, but you have a high variety, especially if you play Tenkaichi 3, right? You guys know you have an incredible, huge roster on characters. Going back to Dragon Ball, that's great. Everyone, they kind of fight the same, but some have unique abilities. Not everyone can heal themselves and stuff like that. Not everyone can teleport. So it's unbalanced. It depends, man. If you take like a fusion or if you take Broly or something, of course. I mean, Omega Shenron. If you take these ones, of course you're gonna be like overpowered. But if you just take like let's say Trunks, you can have fun and stuff. But I enjoy playing with Android 18 and stuff. They're very fun. And yeah, I didn't meant to rank this so high, but hey, fuck it. But at least it's not the top 1. Let's go, guys. Number 3. What was number 3? Oh yeah, Shimigami. Shimigami Tensei should be number 3, and this is only just a game. Shimigami Tensei 5, Vengeance or no Vengeance, doesn't matter. For me, it should be top 3 video game of all time. It's such a well-made RPG. Okay, the difficulty, they let you choose. How about that? How about that, Game Freak? Oh yeah, Game Freak. I'm not done with Game Freak. Used to do this back in white too. Oh yeah, we're gonna do the challenge mode, but then take it away. Okay, Shimigami, they got us. They gave us multiple difficulties, and that's great. So I can just play like a medium, right? That's how I like it. And yeah, that's how it is. And the game is fun. You have a incredible high variety of Shimigami monsters. You can join your party. This is really great. They have the best waifus. And the story is great. I'm not gonna say it's like too cringe or something. I'm not done with the game, guys. I actually never beaten Shimigami, but I like it that much, and I played far enough that to rank it so high. If you guys want, you can follow my Let's Play for Shimigami. I'm Let's Playing it, but I'm at 4, the part 2, I believe. Yeah, I just do a couple of parts. I might do the part 3 soon, but I just want to take my time, enjoy the game. It is very, 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 very fun. Could be addictive, but it's very grindy, so I don't think so. But it all depends. It all depends how much you want to grind, but I like it. I like the designs. The designs are so great. The abilities these guys all have, great. And you have to think. You might have to do some boss fights, boss battles. You might have to do them 10 times
sometimes 20 times to win, but you're gonna win eventually, you know, it's not that hard. Moving on, number two is Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest, more easier, it's not an easy RPG, it's a challenging RPG, but it's not hard, it's challenging. I like it a little bit more than Dragon Quest because of the aesthetic, you know, the soundtrack, for everything Dragon Quest 9 did, because Dragon Quest 9 is my all-time favorite Dragon Quest. Even though I also played Dragon Quest 11, I never beaten it though, but I beaten Dragon Quest 9, and this game is great. You get to make your own character, but I made a whole video about it, guys. You already know. It's I would say my second best favorite. It's fair, you know, guys. Don't take it too serious. It's not that serious. Dragon Quest 9 just has so much to offer. You can make your own characters. You have enough classes to pick. There's so many classes, vocations I don't care about. And the game is just great. They let you, in a way, tell your own story because the main protagonist actually doesn't have dialogue. Right? Yeah, I just love this game. This game is just great. Also, my childhood, the DS childhood, this game is just great, guys. I would recommend to everyone who wants to play either a DS game, a great DS game, or a great RPG. You can get Dragon Quest 11 for the Switch, even though it's hard to find, but it should not be impossible. Like, you know, let's see if you're lucky finding Dragon Quest 11 for the Switch at an affordable price. Else you have to get it for the PS4, right? But yeah, I'm gonna move on because I already said so much about Dragon Quest. Let's go. Number one game, but before that, we have the honorable mentions, right? The honorable mentions, I would say Tetris, Final Fantasy, Mario, you know, Mario Kart. These are really great games, worth mentioning. Honorable mention, very great games too, but they didn't quite make the list. We can have a 1 minute of silence or just fuck it. We cry and be sad. But let me move on. Number one. It's gonna be easy for those who know me to guess because I already said everything. But number one favorite game should be Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts should be at number one. Now, which video game, like, specifically is a little bit more tricky. But I would go with Cage 2. I would go with Kingdom Hearts 2, but Kingdom Hearts 2 is not perfect. Kingdom Hearts 2 could have been so much more. It could have had more worlds, it could have had more party members, it could have been more versatile, the story could have been a little bit more fleshed out, right? It could have a little bit more post-game, you know, and they never done this, even in the future games. So I would say Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory, and Kingdom Hearts 1 should be up there. Like, close, not all kind of same, but close, because these games can all be addictive. Kingdom Hearts, not Kingdom Hearts 1, but specific Chain of Memory and Kingdom Hearts 2 can be very very, very addictive games. Very addictive. But it's an action RPG. Dream Drop Distance is also fun. Birth by Sleep, but Birth by Sleep is more like a PSP game. I get it, and grinding there is horrible. In Birth by Sleep, grinding there is the worst. But yeah, these are the flaws. This is what you guys could have fixed for Kingdom Hearts. And like I said, Kingdom Hearts could have been so much more. I don't like Kingdom Hearts 3. Okay, even though Kingdom Hearts is my favorite video game series, I don't like Kingdom Hearts 3 though. Kingdom Hearts 3, in my eyes, is trash. If you want to play this game, okay, I'm cool, I'm fine with that. You can play this game, but I'm never gonna play this game. Yeah, I played this game, but it was for Let's Play. Okay, after this Let's Play, I never played this game again. If you don't believe me, I'm gonna show you the screen of my PS4, and I have it on recent played games. It's gonna be down there. It's not gonna be up there. So you guys can see. You guys can shut up. I don't play this game. It's not like my favorite game. It's not because it's Kingdom Hearts 3 that it's better than Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 2 is 10 times better because Sora, you know, I'm almost gonna go, guys. At this point, we should just make a video about Kingdom Hearts 2. But just let me say this, guys. Sora has dry form in Kingdom Hearts 2, which is so much fun to play with. And you guys want to... tell me that Kingdom Hearts 3 is better because Sora has Keyblades who can transform? This should have been in Kingdom Hearts 2, everything all together. Okay, but yeah, guys, when are they gonna make a Kingdom Hearts game where you get to play as Mickey? We want to play the whole story with Mickey, or with Riku, or Kairi, but you guys never done this. I have nothing against Sora, but Sora has so many games. And Sora has a nobody. His name is Roxas, and he fights like him, similar. So this is too much, guys. But I'm gonna go. These were my top favorite video games / video game series. You guys can comment down below your top 10 because I don't judge you guys, you know. I don't judge you, you know, but I'm gonna go, guys. I might be back for another top 10, something else in video games. And yeah, guys, if you watch all the way, guys, awesome. I'm gonna go. That being said, guys, I'll catch you guys later in